What you got, little buck?
I got me a mountain lion.
How many bobcats have you caught, man?
I got my first one today, and I got my first cougar today. And the snare I set with, I just set it last night, and it just snare that Newt and yourself and Scott Adams and Will Roberts and all the guys from Advanced Trapper School taught me how to do. And if I wasn't bit by the bug before, I certainly am now. Hot dog, I can't believe I got me a mountain lion. I'm just tickled to death. But this thing's heavy as heavy can get. And we haven't weighed yet, but I'm looking forward to weighing it. Female. So where there's one, there's got to be more. But, maybe get another one, maybe not. The one's awesome though, and it's got a bobcat, so I'm just tickled to death on this trip. And anybody that didn't go to Advanced Trapper School, want to learn something, go this year. You won't regret it. And it's money well spent. So.
What kind of snare did you use, Dave?
I used a 5/64 1x19. I reckon it was about 40 inches long. It was an all-around snare that I used to set out. It was actually a Jersey legal snare. It had a deer stop at 2.5 inches and a loop stop at 12 inches. But it didn't seem to matter on this little critter here. She went in just the same. And the held her just the same.
Did you see any sign of her when you set the snare?
Not at all. It was a dig under a high fence in Texas, and I figured I would trap javelinas or coyotes or bobcats. They've seemed to be the fail-safe around here, but never in my wildest dreams I thought I'd get a big cat like this.
It was alive or dead when you got to it?
She was healthy and alive when I got to her. She was hip snared, and I put a 22 long in her chest, and she didn't seem to do anything other than blink. And I put another one in her, and she laid down, and I walked over to get closer to her to start taking some pictures while she was still alive, and she started jumping around like I never shot her. So she gave me a perfect broadside shot, so I shot her again, and it didn't phase her. So I went back to the four-wheeler and sat there for 10-15 minutes or so. She laid down again, and then I went up with the catch pole and decided to choke her out. And I thought she was on her way out. And when I got to her, she hopped up again, and she was just as alive as when I pulled up the first time. But I had a big fence in between her and I, a big high tensile strength fence. I'm not sure what it's called, but I ended up sticking the catch pole through there, and ended up choking her out. And that was like a rodeo ride. You can't pay to have fun on. That was just unbelievable. Nothing was frayed. There was actually one little cable or one little wire in the cable, the 5/64, that was broken. Everything else was completely intact. And she was hip snared, and she was alive as could be when I got to her. But everything held. I was surprised everything held. Just shocked. To be honest, I was just shocked. To see such a big animal on such a little piece of cable, and she wasn't going anywhere.
So what do you think of Texas, man?
I think Texas is like every little boy's stinking Christmas morning. You come down here, if you trap and you want to trap some critters, you come to Texas, because they have everything. Absolutely everything. I haven't got any armadillos yet, but I got javelinas, bobcat, bunches of coyotes. There's a few other critters running around, wild boars. I ain't got any of them yet. But Scott Adams was here last week, and he got one of them, and it was about 250 pounds or so. He couldn't move it. He had to use a 4x4 to move it. But they got some critters. If you want to trap, you come to Texas. I'll tell you what. Unbelievable.
You look sunburnt.
Yeah, we got 8 inches of snow in Jersey right now, and I'm sure my wife is having a hard time right now in that god awful winter place. But Texas sun will kill you in a heartbeat. You don't feel it till you're done your trapping, running your line for the day, and then you start feeling it. I feel like a lobster right now. Never in my wildest dreams I think I'd ever get a cougar.
Let's go get him weighed and see what he weighs.
Sounds like a plan.